Argentina to get themselves here. Damien Schneider from Argentina is your referee for this one, and alongside me is former England Sevens captain Rob Vickerman. Scott White gets us underway in this trophy semi-final. And it's France playing in their white and red strip. Scotland in their traditional all blue. Penalty Scotland's way. They go quickly. Hart flings it over the top, but France are onto it, but he's got them for not being back 10.
Worth thinking about this French team as they accrue so many actions. Just this 7 men able to field the team. 2 more able to come off the bench potentially. They know that every single breakdown they're going to will be energy sapping, and they only have so much in their tanks.
Grayson Hart, New Zealand born, gives it to Scott White. Nayafavu on the boil. Nayafavu's in.
His hard line running at his best there, Joe Nayafavu. He is one of the most potent attackers, specifically for the Scotland team. Set piece play, just looking to slow things down as you square up the defence. Simple ball from right, straight line from Nayafavu, with so much movement happening in front of the French there. Almost impossible for Akadi to pick one. He just happened to pick the big one a little bit too late.
Scott White adds the extras. Scotland lead at 7 points to 0. They had a up and down day one. 21-20, 22-21 rather. They lost to New Zealand right in that game. Good comeback. Succumbed to the US 33-26. And then lost to Wales in their 3rd game, 21-19. So they were in every game they played, Rob.
And often they are. They play a really wide passing game, the Scottish. All about possession for them. The thing they probably lack is a little bit of out-and-out pace. So if they do get the ball, they have to work a little bit harder than other teams to look for those line breaks. But their defence is very good.
Speaking of which, bit of work to do here to hold up the French attack. Chip and chase from Le Bleu. Regatta, not quite. Good James Fleming defence getting back and ending that try-scoring opportunity for Jean-Pascal Barak.
And Barak's one of the standout performers for the French throughout this tournament, so great to see those guys going at it. Fleming most definitely winning that battle. Such a clever defender there. You always tend to see him making these match-winning tackles, and look at his timing. Perfect. As soon as Barak went to play the ball, he made that tackle. Inch perfect.
Come closer.
Saw James Rodwell getting away with an early tackle, the Englishman, a little earlier on in the quarter-final.
Set.
England through to the Cup semis, playing Canada later on. Australia up against
Release.
the United States on the other side of the jaw. Anyway, this is the trophy semi-finals, and Scotland have the ball in hand, leading France by 7 points to 0, and here's Fleming, all the pace in the world. Just scragged by the French defence. Nayafavu, the try scorer. White slips out of a tackle, offloads to Hart. Robertson outside him. Was that forward? Yep, says the referee.
And look at the response of Robertson out wide. So aggrieved there. You talk about the basics in Scottish rugby and how they're normally very good at them. This is a 2-on-1. Square the defender, ball in 2 hands. That ball could have gone. Rather than trying to dummy it, there's not a chance in the world Valou would have got anywhere near Robertson. So he's right to be aggrieved at that moment, specifically because he knows what he's sat on.
Mark Robertson in his final year with the Scotland Sevens team, poised to join the 100 club.
Bind. Set.
Here come France, deep in their 22. They decide to kick. Saw this from them quite a lot at the Hong Kong Sevens last week, and who can blame them for doing that? Deep into finals day here of the Singapore Sevens. Very warm afternoon. Humidity right up there as ever here in Singapore. Scott White runs at the French defence, looks for Fleming, his wheels on the outside. Switch play, dangerous pass from White, and Grayson Hart's under pressure, as is Robertson. They've done well, Scotland. Here comes Nyathebu leaping over the stranded player on the floor. Ball out, says the referee. Play on. France have it. But they're down to 6 men, France. They've got a player injured just on the other side of the halfway line.
No, no.
Pierre Popelin scored in their trophy quarter-final this morning. Number 10, a bit of space on the outside. Crowd over there on that side, like what they're seeing from France here. This is a fine run from Icardi, but perhaps not the best option.
And giving the ball back to Fando, which is a frightening proposition in his own 22.
Robertson. Here's Mark Robertson. He's going to be outpaced to this, though. Getting back well for France is Sacha Valo, but Robertson has him. Must release now.
There's no players within 20 metres of the ball here. The French are going to have to go from deep with some serious reserves of energy.
And here they come. Barak. Popelin. Pierre Popelin. Debut in Hong Kong last week. Popelin's gone the distance.
Well, if anybody wants 3 minutes of rugby to define what Sevens rugby is all about, just rewind that cassette, because that was pretty epic. No less than 5th lengths of the field, with through countless phases of play, 3 turnovers, players puffing out black smoke. As the wider shot would show, no less than 5 players gasping for air in this humidity. These Sevens players are some very special athletes.
Well, thank goodness they don't have to go and stand behind the post and watch the conversion anymore in Sevens, because as you say, Rob Vickerman, there were players strewn all over this national stadium in Singapore. 7 each, 1 converted try each. That's the gong for half-time. Jean-Pascal Barak been superb for France this weekend. Subs coming on for the French. One of their fit players, Vincent Inigo, number 4 shirt, is coming on. Kick long the French, over the head of James Fleming. Time's up on the clock in the first half. Final play.
Offside.
Hart. Nyathebu.
No, no, no.
Blair Kinghorn
Release.
is impressed here in just his 2nd event on the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series.
No clear release.
You see how fatigue's playing a factor, decision-making, execution at the breakdown. You don't want to concede penalties there. It's just too easy to give the ball away. Robertson, White, tips it on to Fleming. Fleming inside. Good tackle coming across from Alexis Palisson, the Toulouse man. Fleming. Hart. Nyathebu. Got Kinghorn outside him. Here is Blair Kinghorn. Steps through. Back to the Fijian-born Nyathebu. Was there a trip there from Pierre Fouissac? He knew that as he strolls off the pitch there, as the crowd rightly jeer that one. If it's not hard enough for your team already, you've got 2 substitutes on the bench. Players are already out on their feet. You do not want to commit errors like that. He tripped him intentionally. All right, now Nyathebu may well have gone a little bit with it, but still there was definite play. You can see him lifting his left leg there. Terrible play. Nyathebu with the yellow card. Scotland looking for the try. Here is Nyathebu again, pops it up to White. Advantage coming Scotland's way, 5 metres out. Hart. Robertson looking for his 100th. Mark Robertson! Mark Robertson joins the 100th club on the World Series. Look at what it means to him. What a servant he's been for Scotland Sevens. One of the nicest men you'll meet off the field. And a century of tries for Mark Robertson. What a moment for Robertson, the stalwart of this Scottish team. This is what he's all about. He's so hard to stop. Always beats that first man. Been there, seen it and done it all around the world. The man's a silver medalist Olympian, and now he's got another special feather in that hat of his.
Blood streaming from his nose. What a moment for Mark Robertson. Half-time. Horn, one of the new men in this Scotland Sevens team. There's Jamie Farndale bringing that down, playing in his 19th event. And here come Scotland. 7-point lead. Simbin still off the field for France, but they'll go quickly with a penalty here. Jean-Baptiste Mazoua. Ball goes to the floor. Managed to recover well, Barak, he's the danger man. Mazoua. Nayathevu pushing the Frenchman back towards his own try line, but Sacha Valot does well in the end.
The French really trying to employ a power play tactic. They've got big men, but if they're in front of the ball, they're of absolute no use. They've got to be moving onto it.
Barak sees some space in behind, but Scotland have the sweeper, should be able to look after this one. It's gone too far anyway. Darcy Graham watches it go over the touchline.
Simbin now off for the French. Makes a big thing getting your man back on. He's had 2 minutes rest. You expect him to be able to step up and make amends for his indiscretion previously with that idle foot being played as Nayathevu ran past him. Although it's probably hard to believe that was only 2 minutes ago with the near 3 minutes of extra time we had in that first half. I mentioned about the accumulative effect of this fatigue, and these last 5 minutes are going to be seriously tough from the heart, the lungs and the head.
Whoever wins this has got one more game this weekend. As if they're not tired enough already, these players. Extraordinary athletes dealing with this humidity here in Singapore. Second weekend of a 2-week block after the 3-day event in Hong Kong. Strength and conditioning coming to the fore. Ali Miller. They're away Scotland once more. Over the 50. Darcy Graham into the 22. And Graham has picked up Scotland's 3rd try, and they're on the way here to a trophy final.
There's a fresh-looking Darcy Graham there, and it all comes from the line-out. Just previous to that, we see Darcy Graham pick up, beat one man and trek in for the rest of the 90 metres. Scott White gave him a wonderful little wink just to say, this one's coming over the top to you, Darcy. Get your boots ready because you're set to go 90 metres. He beats one man and gets to enjoy the saunter. The French players really are suffering now, and I expect this knife to now be in and to be twisted from the Scottish.
Well, you don't see that every day. Scott White rebounding it off the upright from right in front.
I do feel for play. Scott White threw that ball in 5 metres from his own in goal line. I'm pretty sure Darcy Graham has a skill set to take a drop kick rather than getting Scott White to run 90 metres to join him, but such is his skill set, and he's also a very good coach.
But perhaps he's trying to climb that all-time Scotland point scoring list as well. Another 2.
I'm sure Colin Gregor probably sat at home not too disappointed.
Colin Gregor way ahead on those stats.
The French really slowing the tempo down now. I'm pretty sure that's got nothing to do with anything else other than being tired.
There is Scott White on that list, 498. Colin Gregor on top, 1,345. If you're watching Colin, hello, one of the all-time greats on the HSBC World Rugby Sevens Tour. 19-7, Scotland lead France, 3.5 minutes to go. Palisson with the offload. 21 times Alexis Palisson has played for the French 15-a-side team. He played in the 2011 World Cup final against the All Blacks. Ball going forward there from Pierre Fouissac.
And Palisson, I'm pretty sure, has never been in a situation where he's been this tired on a rugby pitch previously. Whilst pressure's always associated with it, the sheer amount of running in this game just creates all different types of questions to be posed.
7.
And here is Palisson on his haunches, taking on water. Last played for the French 15-a-side team in 2012 against Wales. He's played for Brive, Toulon, now Toulouse. He won the 2013 Heineken Cup for Toulon against Clermont-Auvergne. Won a top 14 as well. And here he is in the sevens game. Great to see some players moving from 15s to sevens. And here comes Scotland. This is Bobby Beattie, the 13th man in the 13 shirt. And Bobby Beattie will run away past some very tired French defenders. His first try this weekend. Lovely moment for Bobby Beattie.
You see that fight on the outside, had to turn Palisson, who tried to make the hit. As he gets to watch Bobby Beattie fly down the outside, I know Callum McRae's really excited to bring through these younger players, give them opportunity on the HSBC World 7 Series and see what they're about.
No problem with that conversion from Scott White, making up for his ricochet off the goalpost from in front earlier. And he's up to 500 points, Scott White. Congratulations, Scott.
And what's truly special about that, celebrating with Mark Robertson who's in the try, they're also business partners, so they're going to celebrate him for that one.
Scott White coming up with that brilliant restart at the London Sevens last year when Scotland came back against South Africa to win their maiden title. And they've got the ball once more. It's Robbie Nairn, the Harlequin, who's over for Scotland. And France are out on their feet.
We've seen Nairn for many, many years, always taking part in the Premiership Sevens in the UK, and one thing is for sure, he is an athlete. When he flies down the outside, you see the size of his frame. Clearly putting a bit of timber as well at Quins. They love their weights. He is